Hi everybody, and welcome to Send a Word or Send Me a Piece of Art. It is really great to be here this Thursday evening. This is the last of my Thursday live improvisation sessions, and I've got a little bit of a different setup tonight because I have been sent some really lovely pieces of art to make some music to. So I do hope it's all working. Any problems, just let me know in live chat. Do say hello, let me know where you're listening from. And tonight, if you've got any words you'd like me to make some music to, do pop them in live chat, and I will be looking at live chat over in the corner here as we go along. Thank you very much for joining me, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of March. It's been really nice and sunny again here today, and it really does feel like spring is on the way. So I'm just going to check that everything's working, and then we'll get cracking. Hi, so I've seen Martin and Carolyn. Lovely to see you both. I'm glad it's working. And yes, got some art display. So this is going to be our first piece of art. Carolyn's in Kentish Town, wonderful. So down in London. I'm still in Derbyshire. Lots of daffodils out here. Let me know if you've got some as well. And our first piece of art is one I'm really fond of. And it is by a German scientist who was actually responsible for setting a trend with how art was made in the late 19th century. So this is by Ernst Haeckel, and he wrote many books, and he was responsible for really helping Darwin to establish his theory of evolution in Europe. And his books are just worth getting just for the pictures. If you're not into science, they are just incredible. And I have a picture on my little art display here of some sea creatures that he's drawn in great detail. So I'm going to try and say what they're called. It will be a Latin name. Disco Medusae. Probably said it wrong, I do apologise. But I just love their tentacles and symmetry. So I thought we'd get started with that. So here we go. So that was our first one, just to kick things off. As I said, do post some words in live chat, and I'll make some music to them. I wanted to end with our series with art as a different way of just looking at art and music itself. You often find that artists are looking at themes that composers are also looking at, and the inspiration you can get by just looking at art in every day for making your own music is amazing, actually. So I really love doing this. I encourage you to have a go at home. I'll get onto our challenge later. So I'm just going to go back to live chat, which is just in the corner here, and check we're all going. So Amy, hi Amy, you're from Southall. Hello, Gary's here. Gary, lovely to see you here. I haven't seen you in such a long time. Really glad you could make it. And Carolyn, yes, my viola, I am absolutely going to tell you. Fiona's here, brilliant. Fiona's made it, finally, yay, she's not in a meeting. Nice to see you here. I'm just going to scroll up just in case I have missed a couple of words, because I did last week, I think. There we go. Great, so keep your words coming in. In the meantime, I'm going to do something that I hope works with all this technology, which is this. Hopefully that has now moved to something different. So I asked people to send me pieces of art, and I got this one from Martin, and hopefully it's popped up on the screen. I'm going to keep an eye and make sure it does. No, it has not. Has it? Gonna check. Yes, it has. There we go. Sorry, I'll get in the flow a bit more. Martin sent me this beautiful piece of artwork by Turner, who is of course a really, really famous painter. And this next one's going to be for you, Martin. So as you can see, Turner has already given it some words on a theme. I just love the colours. And incidentally, if you can't see the artwork very clearly, I've put the pictures in the discussion of the event, the Facebook event page, so you can look at them on a bigger device if you wish to. So this is the Great Western Railway. So that one's all about trains. Lots of composers are also fascinated by trains, just in case you want to research more composers. On the classical scene, Dvorak was a massive train spotter, and so was Fauré. And I've just been playing one of Fauré's piano quartets where he looks at the Doppler effect of the train rushing by. So maybe that's on my mind. Right, just before I move on to the next one, I thought I'd tell you a little bit about my viola, because I've had a request from last time which I didn't quite manage to do. So this is the viola I'm playing on at the moment, and it is on very generous loan by the Harrison Frank Foundation, so a big thank you to them. I've been playing on it for I think it's 3 years now, just over 3 years. And I started playing it as a brand new instrument, so it is actually about 3 years old, and it is by a French luthier called Paul Noulet. I'm actually testing some strings out as well. I'm testing some Rondo strings, so lots of new things going on at the moment. I actually really like them. Anyway, I'll post a video about that another time. So I really like the sound it has grown into, so I spent quite a long time playing it in, which means I helped it to open up its sound, and instruments develop their sound all the time, so even if you've got a really old instrument, it's always adapting its sound. And yes, I've had quite good fun with it. It's modelled, don't know if you can see all of that, hopefully. It's got quite a square top and bottom, so not much thinner at the top than the bottom. And this is because it's modelled on an old Amati viola, which was a brother's Amati, which used to be a really, really big instrument that got sized down. So when it got sized down, it got made into this shape. So because this is a model of it, it's got the same shape. So when you're playing a new instrument, especially violas, you sometimes have to look at changing your technique a little bit to fit the shape of the viola. So this is it, and that's the back of it. So I've got a shoulder rest on the back, and that's the front. So a little bit about that. Right, time to look at chat, enough of me talking. Oh, Fiona's got the train and the steam. Very good. Not easy to catch a turner. No, it isn't. It's actually, it feels like a massive responsibility when you're playing to art, because obviously the art speaks for itself. So really this is just giving me inspiration for ideas, and it's just a different way of making musical ideas. So thank you, Fiona. Love a bit about the viola, thank you, Amy. Yeah, just a little bit of background there. So I should have this viola hopefully on loan for a bit longer. The foundation loans instruments to young professionals whilst they're looking either to buy their own instrument or for a more permanent loan elsewhere. So it's given me a bit of breathing space to go viola hunting, which is also very fun, but that's been slightly put on hold because of the pandemic, but never mind, we'll get there. Impressionist trains, very good. Any more words? Okay, not just yet, that's absolutely fine, because we're still on art. So, I'm going to do my magic thing again. I love doing this. Hopefully that's now changed. And Fiona, this one is for you. So Fiona has sent me this piece of artwork which she has drawn herself for her mum's birthday. So this is for Fiona and her mum. A very, very happy birthday. Fiona, you didn't actually tell me when your mum's birthday was, but I'm sure she will love this card. And I really liked the spirals and the nature theme, which I just thought was a really good combination. You find so much symmetry in plants. So this is for you, both of you. Very happy birthday to your mum. Very happy birthday. Okay, whizzing along, I'm going to do straight away, go to the next one, because the next one, Fiona, is also for you. Fiona is a brilliant architect, so she has been introducing me to so many artists, which is wonderful, and this is what I love about doing these events, so I get to learn loads of new things. So this one, which is hopefully now popped up, is Andy Goldsworthy, and I just went for this image, Fiona, because it just drew me in. I really want to go and look in the middle. I don't know about you. So Andy's been looking at time, which is just a concept musicians and artists and scientists and so many people work on and ponder about. And Andy, I think this is right, uses nature and creates artwork within natural structures a lot of the time, and I just thought it was brilliant. So this is Working with Time for Fiona. So that was Andy Goldsworthy's inspired Working with Time. I was wondering actually if any of you can think of any pieces of music that really explore that concept. Be interested to hear your thoughts. I'm just going to go and see what's going on in live chat to see if anybody sent me any words. Do say hello and let me know where you're listening from. Oh, so we've got some things going on. So I'm catching up on live chat. You're very welcome, Fiona. Based on William Morris. Okay. William Morris. So is that what the painting's based on, Fiona? You might have to clarify for me. I've just lost the thread a little bit on the live chat. I'm going to go look that up afterwards as well. Brilliant. Okay, so we're steaming along on these. So what have I got next on my list? Hopefully that's worked as well. So this was actually a word somebody sent me, and I have gone and looked for an image, just going along with the art theme, and it just made me so happy because it really does feel like springtime at the moment. And the word was Sakura, which is a Japanese festival of the cherry blossom tree. And I'm sure you've seen in the news that when the blossoms come out, people gather from all over the place and they have feasts and festivals. And the cherry blossoms are just so beautiful and so optimistic. I think there's a little bit of pink that we all need right now. So here are some cherry blossoms. So a very little one for cherry blossoms. I'm going to go and look out for those now. Maybe down south in London yours are out. I haven't seen any up. I'm in the sort of Midlands area, East Midlands. Haven't quite seen any yet, but they will come, and spring is on the way. So I'm just going to check live chat once more. I think we want to painting sunflowers. Brilliant. Okay. I don't have the painting with me at the moment, but I'm going to leave the cherry blossoms on in acknowledgement. So this is for Carolyn. So are you thinking of the Van Gogh painting sunflowers? Yes, that's really beautiful. I can see you all looking it up on your devices at the moment. Sunflowers, bit of sunshine. That's a really good one. So that was a little bit of sunflowers for you. That was a really lovely one, thank you for suggesting that one. Really good. Oh, I think Martin's made a comment. I'm just going to check. Oh, Fiona says yes, just talking about William Morris. Very good. Definitely going to look him up now. I don't know so much about art. It's really good. Martin's got some ornamental cherry tree blossoms out. Brilliant. Oh, you should take some pictures of those. They're beautiful. Really, really nice. I'm just going to scroll up. Music and time. Oh yes, Martin's talking about minimalist music, which looks at the concepts of time. You're absolutely right. I'm also thinking of people like Philip Glass and Steve Reich along those lines. I also like people, composers such as Mahler, who are looking at the really big scale things as well. And of course you have Wagner, whose pieces go on for a very, very long time in some instances. I hear that the English National Opera are doing the Ring cycle in the autumn, so we'll get back to longer pieces soon, I think. Looking forward to live events reopening now, in all seriousness. So, how are we doing? I hope I've not missed any comments. I'm really sorry if my chat's just going really fast. Yeah, Steve Reich. Okay, brilliant. So, time for our next piece of art. Hopefully that has moved. I'm just going to check because this doesn't always work. Okay, there we go. Right, this one is for my gran, who has been supporting these live streams every week by making suggestions. So this is the last one for her. And I remember in one earlier session, one of the words was jigsaw. It might have even been the very first session. And that was because I had given my gran a jigsaw for Christmas. It was a 1,000-piece one, and that was her Christmas present. And she finished it a couple of weeks ago. And it was this very beautiful picture. And actually that was a picture of the finished jigsaw on Kingfishers from Jackie Morris's illustrations of The Lost Words, which, if you haven't seen or read, it is a collaboration between Jackie and Robert Macfarlane, so poetry and beautiful illustrations by Jackie, and they are looking at words that have been taken out of the children's Oxford Dictionary to do with nature, and they're trying to make sure children still come across these words and get inspired by nature, which I think is brilliant. So these are kingfishers. Not sure you see lots of them together like that, but it's still a beautiful piece of artwork. So this is for Doreen, and congratulations on finishing your jigsaw. I think there was meant to be kingfishers going very fast. Only if you want that, up to you. Has anyone ever seen a kingfisher or captured a picture of them? They are so fleeting when you see them often, because they just sort of take off down the river so quick. Anyway, if any of you've managed to see one or even take a picture, I'd be very honoured. But they are such beautiful birds. So that was for Doreen. Okay, got some more comments, so I'm just going over to my comments. Oh, Fiona's just sent a picture, thank you. So those were the sunflowers. Maybe my chat's getting a bit behind. Might have a delay, not sure. So there we go. So those were the sunflowers of earlier, very good. I might come back and do those ones a bit later as well. So just for now, I'm going to tick along to my next one, which should be one for Hannah. So this one is a piece of artwork by Hannah, I do believe, and it is a room that I have been in a few times called the Tudor Room, and this is a portrait of two friends, I believe. So friends in the Tudor Room with some musical instruments. So this is for Hannah and Lucas and Ellen. So that was for the three of you. Thank you for sending that in. It's a really good drawing. I love seeing people's own artwork. It's really, really amazing. I'm so in awe of people who can create art. Thank you. So hopping along, this next one, I'm just checking we're still on. Yes, is one of mine, and something that I posted a bit earlier on this week because it was so sunny. And this is part of Derbyshire. It is actually the Monsell Head, it is known, and it is part of the Monsell Trail. So you can see, hopefully, if you look closely, a little bridge, which is used to be an old railway line. So this is coming right back to the turn we saw at the beginning. It is now no longer used by trains, but by lots and lots of walkers and cyclists. And it's a really lovely part of the country. So this is Monsell Head. That was just a little song for Monsell Head and a lovely walk. I do hope you've all been out and about, enjoying walking in nature, especially now the weather's getting better, and just getting out in the great outdoors. So I'm going to finish very soon because I realised I'm running on because I talk too much. But just to say a huge thank you to everybody who's been joining me in March, and also for sending me your own improvisations in response to the little challenges I've been setting. I've heard some really great ones. Martin sent a really, really good one this week. Have a look at his page, Martin Ash, and see if you can guess the 2 nature words he is improvising on in his post there. So this week, just as a sort of last thing to round up, I'd like you to find a piece of art in your house and create some music to it. And if you don't play an instrument, I encourage you to sing. And you can sing literally anything, and same for instrumentalists. Just have a go at playing the first thing that comes into your mind. Because that's really the joy about improvising, is you just have to go with your gut instinct a lot of the time. And it depends what mood you're in as well. And you can use the art in your house as a catalyst to really explore some different sounds. So on that note, I have a Ko-fi coffee page. Some of you have already found it. A big thank you for your supporting that. I'm going to keep posting things to that to do with improvising, and on my Facebook page, so you can keep enjoying some improvisations. So I'm just going to check chat one more time, see if we've got any words coming in before I go to the last picture I've got. Martin, you're asking about Hannah's work. Is it a wood etching? That is a very good question. I think it might be, but it's framed, so it might also be a sketch. Tell you what, I will ask Hannah this, if Hannah's not replied, and I will get back to you. It's a very good question. It does look like wood. Hey Henry, you are also creating art. Yes, that's very true. Music is art. Amy, of course you're right. This is just an interplay of art, different art forms, which I love doing, so do get involved at home. Amy, also, you can add your own music to your art. Amy creates some really, really cool poems. If you haven't seen some of his poetry, do look him up. And Martin's just posted his link, so check out Martin too. Thank you both for your support. So I think, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move to the last one. This is for Ellen, who asked for a word, and the word was ocean. So I've again just come up with a photo, I think this one is, of the ocean to add some art inspiration. So thank you hugely again for joining me. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday evening and keep making music. This is Ocean. So ending with a watery theme there. Thank you so much for joining me, and keep improvising, everybody. Good night.